How's Beth doing, Tim?
She's doing good.
Yeah, good.
What happened to that?
No, nothing.
Oh.
I just, teaching started and everything's new again.
The fun starts.
She's not running again, Tim?
Huh?
Not running again?
She
I
walking?
noticed they changed the whole thing except for Anastasia.
Exactly, yeah. Wednesdays are tough for her. Wednesday, she's gotta work till 4:30 and then, 6 and 7 and then till like 10 and then, too much.
She got a demanding husband.
Yeah, well,
We got these two tenants at home.
Tell the kids to make dinner, they don't do it.
The rent's due on the first,
yeah, right.
It's gonna come down.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're good to go.
All right, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to call the Park and Rec Board together for Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. It's wrong, 7 change, or 6 and change.
Yep.
Okay,
Jay Vitalico,
here.
Billy de Blasio,
Here.
Eileen Francolino.
Yeah.
Tim Hunt Wagner,
I'm here.
Anthony Pelosi, Matthew Pelosi, Ed Martian.
Here.
Nicole Payne, Don Woods.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Steve, do we have anyone from the public on Zoom?
There is no one on.
Jay, let's get right into the,
Yeah. Being recorded.
you put on the lights, I can't do this.
Yeah, I got it.
I like setting the mood though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you have to read this.
You can always read up
Do we have
there.
approval of the minutes for June 20th? Any additions, subtractions, changes? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. If we don't have no public, okay. Correspondence, the first one is the donation from the Alpha, chapter of Alpha.
80K.
80K, thank you.
My wife's a part of that.
International Organization for Women's Educators. Anything on that?
Not just a generous donation, we're appreciative of it. We want to recognize it and put it in the record.
Donation from Pamela Lavery.
Yep, that's, again, you waived all the
Yep.
fees for Churchill Park
Okay.
and she donated back a little bit, so it's nice.
Donation from Dominic Payne.
That was a large donation. Dominic came to me at the extravaganza and said how happy and thrilled he was with the town and about how the event was run. So he donated generously and we wanted to recognize that and thank him. Yeah, Mr. Chairman, we have 2 things that came to us at the last minute to add to the
Okay.
agenda for your consideration. Melissa,
Which is a new business.
we would put it to new business. What's the first one?
Yes, one is an email that we received from Kirsty Kastner Burr, who is a PTO co-fundraiser chairperson at Martin Kellogg Middle School regarding a fundraiser that they would like to do at the Kellogg Eddy House. And the second thing would be updated rates due to minimum wage increase for the part-time pay rate for part-time and seasonal workers.
Do we need a motion?
A motion to add it to new business, those 2 items.
So I make a motion, we add those 2 new items to new business.
Second,
Meeting. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And those are added because they come at the last minute, but timing is important for us for, well, the governor's thing goes into effect January 1st, and this particular lady from Martin Kellogg needs an answer so she can get the photographer set up and all that. So that's the reason why we did it last minute.
Okay, any comments on the monthly report? Well, it's pretty long. We did all this?
We got a working, hardworking team.
Melissa, you're a good typist. Oh, boy. Okay. Next is tree wardens report.
No, nothing really,
Anything,
nothing unusual there.
Okay. So let me catch up. Old business, none. Let's go on to new business. It's smaller and smaller. 2023 CRPA award nominations.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, we nominated 5 groups of people, and in your packets, you have the write-ups that we submitted as nominations. This is something I've been doing most of my profession, trying to recognize good things happening for the Newington Parks and Recreation Department. We nominated 5 people or 5 groups, and fortunately, we just got notification over the weekend that our chairman, our own chairman, Jay Metallico, got selected, you see, as the volunteer appointed service award for the state of Connecticut for CRPA. And he'll be recognized at Mohegan Sun on Tuesday, November 21st at our awards banquet in front of probably a little bit more than 300 people. So it's quite prestigious. And Jay, just to give you got the write-up in front of you, but Jay's been doing youth sports for over 45 years, let alone all his municipal stuff. So well-deserving. And we wanted to see if we could get him recognized statewide, and we were fortunate enough to do that. So congratulations.
Congrats, Jenny.
Jay was my little league coach when I was 7.
Come on, Doc. Don't bust.
All right, I was 9.
Thank you, that's a little better.
Oh, man. Holy cow. But I can say Jay was my Mustangs coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
16.
football, yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun.
You were
And,
a tough kid. You know,
and,
you were the pain in the you know what.
yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's been around a long time. Yeah, and things are going really well, and he's gonna have it'll be a nice luncheon, and anyone that wants to go from our board, certainly we would pay for them to go to the awards banquet if you wanted to do that. The second winner is the ERC, which is we call Exercise the Right Choice, stands for Education, Recreation, and Cultural Arts. It's a program we've cooperated with and collaborated with Maureen Brummett, Superintendent, and Wendy Kraus from Assistant Superintendent at the Board of Ed. And every other Tuesday, Teacher Tuesday, we bus kids from the elementary schools to the Mortensen Community Center here. And Joey's in charge of it. He's our director. And we have part-time staff that takes kids of groups of 10. And we give them a snack, they do their homework, and they do some activities. We have some kind of contractor come in, maybe a magician, a clown, rocket ship sending off. We do a variety of things for the kids. It's really a nice program, and it's going to be recognized as the program of merit for the state of Connecticut. So we're really happy about that. That's those 2 weeks.
We've got a motion here, right? You want to read that motion? Yeah.
Green.
Do you want to have it?
No.
I'd like to make a motion to wholeheartedly endorse the 5 nominations to be forwarded to the CRPA Awards Committee for their review. Jay Metallico, Public Service Award, Exercise the Right Choice After School Program of Merit, Bona Vita Luxury Labs, Selected Organization, Carol Annis and Diane Sarah, Volunteer of the Year, and John Famiglietti, ABCD Award.
He was our aquatics director. He's a college graduate going out for his master's.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Motion passing.
And again, we sent those in administratively because there was a deadline for when it could be sent in. So Melissa and I and Sam and Nancy kind of worked on those to try to make it happen.
Let me catch up, Bill.
Okay.
Boy, we do a lot of timing.
He keeps me busy.
She's good at it.
Yeah. Okay, the next item is 2000 Building and Strong Community Awards nominations.
Every year, since we've been here for 8 years, we've been trying to look for either individuals, community, civic groups, or businesses that have either donated time or money or a combination of both to help the Parks and Recreation Department make their programs better. Or augment things like if we needed trophies, we could get trophies, or if they needed snacks, we get snack them. We have 4 names to put before you tonight, and we have the write-ups that you got in advance for your review, but Melissa, you could probably help me remember.
Sure, we would like to nominate the Kiwanis Club of Newington.
And generally speaking, they gave us the last couple of years $1,000 each year towards the fireworks. And we cooperate with them at the municipal parking lot with the flea market in our concert series.
The second nominee is Eric O'Neill.
Eric O'Neill, some of you know him, he's our parks groundskeeper and just a great guy. He's a volunteer athletic director at Emmanuel Christian Academy, and he does all the volleyball and all the basketball. And on Saturdays, he comes in and volunteers every Saturday for our youth basketball program. Preschool kids and youngsters, and he referees. I couldn't say enough good about Eric O'Neill, and well deserving of recognition.
The third nominee is Bonavito Luxury Labs.
And that's the guy that he's come with the red porta potties for all over town. Brand new, they're clean, he does great service. He's been nothing but a pleasure to work with over this last year compared to others. And he donated a substantial amount of money towards $2,500 towards the clothespin drop for giving away ice creams and beer and wine for the adults and ice cream for the kids at the extravaganza. He sponsored the coloring mural, monster mural. Just a wonderful man and a wonderful new company that he's starting, and certainly deserving of the recognition.
And the final nominee is B&M Tree Service.
B&M Tree Service, Kathy and Joe Braga, their unbelievable response team. When we have emergency trees that are difficult for us to handle, we call them and they get right on it. They have all the equipment. They've got the specialized equipment that goes straight up in the air for 2-man lifts and 1-man lifts, and just wonderful. And they've donated money towards the beer tasting program that we have every year. They sponsored parachutists one year. They've donated in the tune of thousands of dollars towards the Parks and Rec Department, and certainly noted or should deserve notice for this award.
Any more questions on that? Bill, you want to read the motion, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the following 4 nominations as the 2023 Building a Strong Community Awards winners. It would be the Kiwanis Club of Newington, Eric O'Neill, Bonavita Luxury Labs, and B&M Tree Service.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. And we'll probably recognize them if things go right the second Tuesday of December. If anyone wants to attend we'll usually have some type of snacks and coffee and juices and stuff for them. Take their pictures, and then we would go to the council meeting and present the awards, have the council and mayor present the awards. So if you want to put that on your calendar, that'd be great.
Did you say the second Tuesday of September?
December.
Oh, December.
Yeah, December. I think that's usually when the council meets.
Oh, I won't be here.
The next item is the fall program guide.
Yep, I think we have it in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah, so, program guide is done by the whole team, an unbelievable job. And it's mailed we changed it to the written reminder because we could save some money, a considerable amount of money. And it gets directly mailed to 13,500 households and some businesses and some civic groups. I don't want to give a special shout out because everyone really does really great work on it. So we're using a new software package called Canvas and Rec Track, and everybody puts eyes on it and corrects it and changes it and all that. So
That's very nice.
Looks nice.
Very nice.
yeah, it's pretty impressive compared to other departments.
Another gold star for the park department.
Thank you. But everyone really does a wonderful job, including the part-time seasonal people.
Ed, you want to read the motion, please?
Make a motion to accept the fall program guide, including beach changes associated with each event, program and facility.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Yes, Seymour Park is the only associated playground.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Chairman, just, this kind of came upon us quickly and I wanted to make sure the board was in tune with what was happening. There's $2 million worth of ARPA money left that the town has. There was 4 million, they spent 2, and now we have 2 million left. The town manager and the finance director asked if they had any ideas of how to spend $2 million. Well, they just came to the right guy.
Certainly did.
Who would have thought?
Who would have figured on that?
Yeah.
So we gave a long list and including $2 million for Mill Pond Pool. I didn't think that there was any chance of it being voted on, but I didn't want anyone to say to me, you didn't think that was important.
Yeah.
So I put it in there and I mentioned to the finance director to please let people know that I'm not unrealistic. I get it. I understand the flavor of this town and the leadership of what they want. But I did want to protect me and this board because we fought so hard. We still believe in Mill Pond Pool, but we want to be realistic and we learned in first grade how to share. So we wanted to share. So after that, I did put more of a list of a roadside machine to cut the road. We do roadsides in Newington. It's a full-time job in the spring and summer and fall. So we have a machine we're looking at buying, and we also have a ball field maintenance and ABI, not sure, ABI, I think it's called. Anyway, it's a baseball, softball grooming machine. But the two things that I thought we really should listen to is the council has to determine if they want concerts at the municipal parking lot. We are getting hundreds and hundreds of people every week at those concerts, but we've been paying for them with this ARPA money. So I put in $18,000 for roughly 16 concerts, 16 weeks with a staff person. So we're hoping that they pass that one. And then the second thing is I put in Seymour Park Playground because I thought the town could save some money on building the Eagle Park Playground. That was in the budget last year and it got approved, but you know how we had to wait till April 22nd for the budget to be passed? If they do it now, I could order the playground and it could possibly come in 7 months. At the same time, Eagle Park comes in and the contractor would save on mobilization and installation. So those were two things I thought were important, and I highlighted that on a voicemail to the new town manager about concerts in Seymour Park. So with that in mind, I wanted you to kind of endorse the idea of that was our next, we all voted on the 5-year capital improvement program. Seymour Park was next. Wanted to, one, bring it to your attention, and two, have you endorse the idea if you so desire. If the money comes forward, I can move quickly on it. And that's why I'm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, sir.
Tim, you want to read this long motion?
Well, I make a motion to accept the conceptual drawings and installation of a new playground at Seymour Park, including new picnic tables and grills.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Lean? You? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Now, there's no guarantee on that. It's just, I'd be prepared if the town council says, yes, that's part of the 2 million. Bingo, we go off and we're off and running. So the designer of the playgrounds, Emmy O'Brien, they were saying, what the heck, we really pushed their buttons to get this thing designed. It'll be fun. It'll be good. And at Seymour, we redid the basketball hoops, we repainted, coated that, and we put in some new picnic tables, on loan under the pavilion. So it's, it's looking pretty good, actually. It's gonna be a nice facility.
Okay, the next item is after school rocket launch workshop at Mill.
Yeah. So as part of the after school program, there's a parent that does model rocketry. And I think you might remember from last year, you have the authority to waive the ability to have aerial displays in a park. So I have to bring it to your attention. And this guy does a great job with the young people. We bring 100 kids out there with the staff. He shows them how he makes the rockets, and then he shoots them up in the air, and they come down in a parachute. It's quite nice. It's a fun thing for the kids. But I just wanted to make sure we had permission so that no neighbors complained and the police didn't stop us.
Okay.
Good.
Berlin, want to give us that motion, please?
Make a motion to approve in accordance with the town's use of public property, the use of a rocket aerial display and workshop at Mill Pond Park for the exercise the right choice after school program.
Can I have a second?
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Next item is your Goosinator.
All right, so some of you heard us talking about the Goosinator. It's a 42 inches by 24 inches styrofoam, brightly orange painted with black stripes and big teeth and bulging eyes on it, and it's a radio controlled mechanism. I've been fighting geese for 40 years in my business, and Clay and I, our park supervisor, we think we stumbled upon an answer, and it doesn't hurt any geese. It doesn't kill anything. We've tried probably 10 different things in our careers. Nothing's worked, but we're getting numerous complaints about walking on the path of goose poop. The cornhole people hate it. The concert people hate it. Now, you can round up geese and have them euthanized by the DEP in the Department of Agriculture for the federal government. However, in my professional opinion, that's not a good public policy, right? 50% of the people would say yes, 50% of the people would say no. But if we euthanize them, it probably would be bad on Facebook and not good for the public. So we've been in search for this thing. On vacation, I found this guy, Randy from Denver, Colorado, and he makes this Goosinator. I asked him for one person in the New England. The only one I could find was Timberland Golf Course. A friend of mine, Jerry Salvio, lives in Newington, gave me this 1 hour discussion about how it works. They've had it for 3 years. They don't have one goose on the golf course. I said it's worth taking a shot at it. It's $4,000, cheaper than most of the things we've been doing. To give you an idea, 3 applications from a chemical company to put blue juice down was $8,000, and they don't guarantee that it works. Nonetheless, Clay has taken this on as his own little toy project. He keeps it in his truck and he goes everywhere he supervises. If he sees geese, he picks it out. And these goose, they have 2 scout geese and 100 geese, and those 2 scouts protect the geese. Well, they start honking as soon as Clay gets out, and then he puts that thing on, and in 15 seconds, he goes around like this, like a herding predator type of animal. He doesn't go right at him. He goes sideways and then serpentine. And most of the time they fly away, but sometimes if they're at Mill Pond, they dump right into the pond. So then he takes it. It has 2 pontoons. He puts it, dumps it in the water, and the thing goes right at them, and they fly away, and they're honking, and they're mad, and they're scared. Then they fly around above us for 5 times around, and then they take off. So far, knock on wood, we've only tried it for 1 week, but we wanted to make sure you knew about it, first of all, in case people complain to you or whatever. And we were looking for you to endorse it because Clay and I don't want to be the only ones that come up with this idea. We want to make sure it's kind of an accepted practice. It doesn't hurt anything, we give them directions on how to go to other towns. No, we haven't. But generally speaking, it's been so far 1 week of success. We have to do it. This guy Randy tells us to do it 4 times a day, 7 days a week for a month. And they'll get so frightened and aggravated with it, they'll go find another home. So,
Takes him to Berlin.
We're going to Berlin. I
yeah,
heard.
back to Jerry's place.
You guys will be fighting back.
Yeah.
Goosenator
When you
war.
scare them on a given day, do they come back that day or not till the
They
next
haven't
day?
come back today.
Yeah, they didn't come back today. It's different every day. Yeah. Sometimes they'll take off to the soccer fields at the high school and Clay will drive over there, put it in, and they just start honking and going crazy and they leave.
I say, don't poop all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the
I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Ugh," you know?
crazy statistics about geese. They poop 1 pound of poop a day per goose.
Oh.
And they poop 30 to 50 times a day, each of them. So it's a lot of, geese
A
poop.
lot of poop.
Yeah, so if you have 100 or 200 geese, that's 200 pounds of goose poop all around. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Can't really dodge it.
I have a video of it. I think.
Yeah, this will give you an idea of what it looks like.
Oh,
Well, everybody's really crazy on this thing.
I told Bill, it's fun.
Plays the captain.
That's the thing right there.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
And it's got a little propeller in front like a plane.
There they go.
Yeah.
You hear them honking? They get mad. It's a humane way of getting rid of our problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's neat. That's kind of.
Don Wood said if he was retired, he'd.
I do.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, then Don, you want to read the motion?
I'd like to, the motion to endorse the new idea to utilize a goosenator to chase geese out of the park system and town hall.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Tim. All in favor? Opposed? But the goose in here.
Thanks, everybody. That's helpful.
Next one is the field, facility use of field use permit.
Oh, we just updated because of these increases in minimum wage and our staff costs and all that and the union contract raises. We just wanted to make sure you guys had we went up about 3 or 4% from $38 to $45 an hour for like the Kellogg Getty House. And what was the other one for the gyms?
Yeah,
Gyms
went up field.
in the gym in the fields, yeah. We just wanted to make sure you knew, it's nothing outrageous, it's just kind of trying to stay within. The governor came out, I don't know if you guys saw it on the news, I didn't even know about this, but every January 1st now, the state of Connecticut is gonna go up on minimum wage based on some kind of federal index. So,
What's it going up to now?
it's to $15.69.
I think it's gonna go up to 19, I think, but it's over a couple years.
Yeah, it's 4.6% increase this year, so that's basically what we did quickly. And again, I'm adding this at the last minute along with the part-time pay scale because 1, I just heard about it, and 2, it goes into effect January 1st. It takes us a long time with finance to get all the paperwork for all the part-time seasonal people at the cemetery, the parks, and the recreation divisions to get all lined up.
Oh.
Okay.
Bill?
Yeah.
How often do people jump the fields, jump the fences and play a clem anyway and not pay?
But look at your what part, the baseball one,
Turf?
The turf field,
Easily.
All the time.
all the time,
I see it all the time.
yeah, me too. I don't know, like, I don't know how you avoid it or whatever, but like, I would say that there are some adult soccer players that go on there quite often. I see a lot of people on there.
Yeah, so I guess,
I don't know how you know if they're paying, you know.
yeah, well, number
I guess
one,
it's not.
we're not the police, right? So
Right.
I've tried to go and ask people to leave and it's not well received.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get back to the car, my wife goes, what do they say? Are they leaving? I go, no. They might have said a few swear words at me, whatever. So let's put it this way. The way I look at it is a public park. You know, we are available to the public. As long as they're not wrecking it or vandalizing it, I'm okay with people playing. Now, if you have a permit with us, through Sam in our rec track system. And you get there with your piece of paper and you say, hey, guys, this is our field. We rented it for 2 hours. Then you call the police come and you say, here's our form and get them off. And that's how it kind of works. That's about the best I can tell you.
Yeah.
So what else can you do? I don't know what
I
else.
know, just if I had to guess, and it's could be wrong, but I would say that the adult soccer players are ones that used to play over at Martin Kellogg.
Yeah.
And I think they found a home.
Well, they're not gonna find a home too much because
Yeah, they
Feels
have.
pretty busy.
youth soccer, youth football is there almost all the time. And then we do high school sports from 7 in the morning till 9 until youth football comes in.
Yeah,
So,
Ultimate frisbees there too.
yeah, they rent the field and the lights from us. So it's pretty well used, but again, I don't know, it's a public park.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
You'd have to like hop there.
Yeah.
When they get a taller fence on the other side of the zone.
With mountain wire,
Well,
it's crushed glass,
6 or 8 foot fence. It's a little intense.
electric.
Yeah. Is that one?
I understand.
Maybe the gooseneck.
They'll tell you, don't buy them. And what are you gonna do? Call the
Yeah.
cops every time? You know, it's.
We had our live barn cameras?
Yeah.
That we, those things have been so good to us as far as vandalism goes. Yes, I didn't realize this, but there's a new trend that adults chug a beer and then they take a stopwatch and they do an athletic activity and see who's the best. So we got a complaint on Sunday, 2 Sundays ago. And there was like 30 guys that are 30 to 40 years old. And they're all on film. So we filmed them and made a highlight reel and gave it to the police department. But there's crazy things going on and we can't stop it. I mean, we just ask them to please clean up, don't use glass, pick up after yourselves and enjoy the park system.
Well, the turf field, the biggest thing is cleaning it up with papers and every other thing that they,
Water bottles.
throw and
Band-Aids.
Yeah.
It came out beautiful though.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has driven by.
it does look good.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We got the new goalposts painted and we put the flags on top.
Nice.
Did you see that?
No, I haven't been, I was there when it was
Yeah.
like a week from finish.
Yeah,
It looked good.
it's sharp. So the guy goes, this is so
Now,
funny.
what do we get? 12 years out of that? Bill?
Uh,
I think it's more.
No.
Is it more?
What's
Yeah,
that?
what was that committee? remember?
It was
Yeah.
almost 6.
13,
Oh, it's more than that.
13 or 14 years.
I think it's.
Yeah.
Up in the 12, 13
Yeah.
year
I think that's about it.
range.
So they said it was gonna be 8.
8, yeah, they guarantee
Yeah.
for 8.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're looking at what, 4 or 5 years more out of the thing.
And I'm telling you, it's used all the
And we're
time.
lucky because, well, remember when we decided to do it, we did the high school type of turf and not adult.
Right.
And the adults did play on that,
Right.
so
Yeah.
we're lucky.
We did a test before I wanted to see if the percolation of the base is 2 feet thick. So we did a test with the company and it drains, it's got herringbone drains every 2 feet and it goes to a French drain or whatever you want to call those things. Anyway, it drains, it tested out at 40 inches of rain an hour.
Really?
That's all.
Wow.
He says, if you get this, he goes, you won't worry about this field, you'll be on an ark. You'll be on Noah's Ark somewhere. Because we get like 4 or 5 inches of rain and it was a nightmare here in Newington. Just think of 40 inches an hour. So pretty impressive field. So you guys built it correctly, is my point, when you did the base, right? You can't build anything unless you have a good, strong foundation. And that proved to be very, very good.
Who was the engineer? It wasn't Weston Sampson. Who was it?
I can't remember the name.
Malone.
Malone,
Yeah,
yeah.
They did a good job. on
Yeah.
that field.
really good. You guys did a yeoman's job.
Well, the committee put a lot of work into
Yeah.
that thing, because, boy, we looked at everything.
And you saved a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To be truthful with you.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, to do that field in 6 weeks to the day was almost a
That's
miracle.
amazing.
It's a miracle. Yeah, I've never met a contractor.
Speaking about that, and I discussed this before about than putting a new track in at the high school. I cannot believe they're not doing the turf field right now.
I know,
I mean,
I know.
They can do
Where-
it, they can
where's
do it
the
after,
funding?
but it doesn't make.
yeah,
much
but,
sense.
yeah, when you're gonna have all that construction around a brand new
They're
track.
doing it that way in Berlin right now. The track is there and now they're putting turf inside, taking out the natural grass in the back of the high school.
No comment.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
When they're finishing, right now, it's just,
Phil, you want to take
there's
a
no,
short thing?
no rubber on it.
Oh, and it takes 21 days for the oil to come out of the asphalt. So you have to, that's what I'm waiting for at Candlewood Park also, then you paint it. Put rubber on.
How long did that last us,
The track,
that track?
wow,
20 years? Been there 20 years?
15 to 20, I would say. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, same company that did our field turf.
Sounds like Larry David.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the recommended facility and field use fees that have been adjusted due to contractual and minimum wage increases.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passing.
At the end of the new business, we
Okay.
have to add the two other things.
Yes, yeah, two more.
Fee waiver request,
Oh, is this for one?
The CRPA.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm asking the board if you wouldn't mind considering waiving the gym rental fee during the day for the Connecticut Recreation and Parks Association, which is we're a part of, is joining forces with the ADA Coalition of Connecticut, which I'm also part of, and try to put these two professions together and provide a training and education program. In the morning, it's going to be ADA issues. We have a personnel director, lawyer from Rocky Hill, going to speak on how part-time recreation people can interview and ask the right ADA questions. Tom Arcari, who architect designed this building, is going to talk about how the ADA is concerning for building buildings for recreation and parks. Then I'm going to speak on service animals for a little bit. And then we have Phil Barlow, an architect, that's going to talk about what you do when you're planning for outdoor parks and pools and what you consider ADA. That will be in the morning. Then we'll have lunch. We'll have a tour of our community center to show off our place to everybody. There's going to be like maybe 100 towns here. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have a lawyer, a grant writer from Glastonbury, a professional grant writer, teach us how to write grants for parks and recreation. So I talked to Jay, just so the board knows, because of advertising and stuff, I did talk to Jay and Don about it, saying, generally speaking, were you okay with this? Because they need to start to advertise and we needed to get the program up and running. So, again, timing is tough when we only meet once a month.
Ed, you want to take a shot at that?
Make a motion to waive the rental use of the CRPA in the ADACC quarterly meeting on Thursday, October 26, 2023, 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. as a professional commitment to the Parks and Recreation Disability community.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And one more thing, Mr. Chairman, just in case you get any kind of complaints, I know parking is an issue here. So I have a memorandum of understanding with both agencies, and they put in writing and signed it. And they have on the application that they must park at the 123 Browning Street tennis court parking lot. And Joey and our staff are gonna have our train and give rides from the parking lot down the path over here.
$3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all the,
So, yes.
yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
And all the money raised, no, I'm only kidding. But yeah, so we're gonna do that with our golf cart too. Except if it's people with disabilities and they would, need the parking, they obviously could use the handicap parking, designated parking spots here. So just because we're,
Good thinking.
yeah. And I explained that to the town manager ahead of time also.
How you doing with the town manager? Pretty good?
Really well. Yeah.
Good. Good.
I like
Oh,
those.
that always helps.
Oh, it's tremendous,
Next one's a sponsorship for scoreboard at Clement Mere.
Yeah, this is great news. You know that I wanted, first of all, when we put up, you put $1 million into Clement and it looks beautiful. Nobody ever complained about the scoreboard because it fit in. But then all of a sudden, once you put $1 million in and everything's all brightened up and fixed up, everyone goes, what's that, a 15-cent scoreboard over there? So it did start to look pretty, and it's on telephone poles and whatever. So we moved forward and tried to secure a large amount of money to put in a beautiful scoreboard for the high school in the youth people. This scoreboard is going to be pretty outstanding. It's going to have the penalty penalty minutes for lacrosse, and it's got almost everything all the bells and whistles on the top. It'll say Newington Parks and Recreation. Well, Friday at 11:30, I get a phone call from a good friend at Saputo's, and he says, "Hey, I got a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old. 9-year-olds in the programs, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "I'm your ice cream man." I said, "Yeah, I know. I said, why? What do you want?" He goes, "Well, we heard you're putting up a scoreboard." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'd like to sponsor it." I go, "Well, sponsor it, like, what do you mean? Portion of it or the whole thing?" Or he goes, "Yeah, the whole thing." I go, "The whole thing's $32,000. He goes, "Yeah, that's okay." I go, "Oh, okay." So they heard me scream from my office. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, all right." So
Hey, that's great.
yeah, really happy about that. So
Yeah.
that's great. As for some of you new board members, if you walk down the path for the outdoor exercise equipment, they donated 8 years ago to us $25,000 to put that outdoor education exercise equipment out. So they've been good friends of ours, and they've been donating liquid ice cream for our soft ice cream machines at both concessions for a long, long time. So they're just a wonderful Newington organization that I couldn't say enough good about.
Are they off of Fenro?
Fenro,
Yeah.
Milk Lane, they call it.
Okay. Tim, you want to take a shot at that, please?
Yep. I'd like to make a motion to accept a generous donation of approximately $32,000 for Saputo's to sponsor the Clem synthetic turf field scoreboard. Saputo's name and logo will be installed on the bottom portion of the scoreboard.
And a second? Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Boy, that's great.
That's great. Oh, I was all weekend, I was like so excited. I go, how great is
That
that?
finishes up Columbia Mirrors just about, right?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Is that scoreboard still working?
Yes,
Kind of.
Well, that's the old midget
But it's-
football store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's old.
Yeah.
The other thing is, just, Wednesday, the town manager asked me if I would sponsor a department head meeting over there. So we're gonna be meeting and having our meeting outside, as long as the weather's good. If not, we'll go underneath the pavilion. But it'll be nice to be able to show the other directors what we do, how we do it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
so now we have the added.
Okay, what's the first one?
Yeah, the
Mark
first one.
Kellogg.
Martin Kellogg. So Martin Kellogg, they're requesting a fee waiver.
I have the letter.
Yeah, we spoke to them, and I didn't want to give a free, because we have to hire people to be there and supervise, so the museum isn't wrecked or anything, you know what I mean? We have to have eyes on the project, so we agreed that it would be fair if we asked for half of the $45 to $22.50 an hour. She was fine with it, so I bring that to you as a compromise to show the school department that we want to help them, but I don't want to lose money on it too.
Would you like me to read her email?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So this email is from Kirsty Kastner Burr of the Martin Kellogg Middle School PTO. She's the co-fundraising chairperson. To the distinguished board of Newington Parks and Recreation.
That's you guys, if you.
The PTO at Martin Kellogg Middle School is looking to do a family photography session fundraiser at the Kellogg Eddy House on the weekend of November 11th and 12th. So November 11th, Saturday, they would use it from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on the Sunday, the 12th, they would use it from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's of this year. I am aware that the fee of the use of the facility is $45 an hour. As this is a fundraiser, we are asking for consideration that half the rental fee be waived and the PTO at Martin Kellogg Middle School only be charged $22.50 per hour. We thank you for your consideration and look forward to your positive response.
I recommend this. I mean, I'm fully on board with this.
Have we ever done, are we opening the floodgates then for the other middle school or the elementary school or the high school then? For this too?
Different times, I don't know if there's floodgates. We've never been inundated by anybody. But there's times with the all-night graduation parties and stuff, we do extra things for them. And my philosophy has always been to try to help wherever we can. That makes sense, financial sense. And, but are we opening the floodgates? I don't think so.
Like if we allow, what about John Wallace PTO, the opportunity to get the same deal
I don't think they do it as a fundraiser, but
or something else? I'm just.
yeah.
I don't want to show favoritism
Just wanna
to one
protect
Oh,
thing.
oh, no, I wouldn't.
That's why.
Yeah. I don't think I would do favoritism things. I would, every request, I guess, has to be on its own merit, right? Depending on what the deal is.
It has to come before here, right?
Yeah, right,
Sure.
right.
You would listen to
They
the
used to-
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it makes sense, you would say yes, 90% of the time anyway.
Yeah. I'm on.
yeah. I think they used to do it in front of the waterfalls and they just want a different background. I think they're gonna use the museum's,
The
fireplace.
She thought it would be pretty if they could decorate and have the pictures there instead of vacant using this service.
And honestly, the Kellogg Getting House isn't used that much, so I kind of think it's nice to
Mhm.
use it, right? We spend a lot of money maintaining it, we might as well use it.
So I'll make a motion to what Melissa said.
Yes.
Second.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Opposed, motion passes. Okay, your last,
Last one, is that the part-time salaries thing?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, and this,
So the deals scrambled at the last minute to put this together in the last hour. We went, Melissa and I went over it with her. And basically what this reflects is our pay plan from last year going up approximately 4.6% as the governor went up. But we always up it to we round up to 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, or $1 to make it easy when it comes to payroll time. It's nothing unusual and it's nothing that we can really fight about because the governor kind of made it's like this, these are the rules, I guess. And I never heard, I didn't hear about it.
I thought we capped out at the 15.
Me too. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, right?
I never heard this one. Yeah. But I'm certainly glad I did hear it because we would have been in a jam come January 1st.
Step one would be like anybody you're new hiring.
Yeah, well, unless like a kid came to us with master's degree or.
Right,
Yeah.
and you'd place them.
Yeah, if like, say I was a lifeguard in Rocky Hill for 3 years and we were trying to recruit them, we might start them at the third step. If they had that kind of experience. But it also includes like the park guys and the cemetery guys that are seasonal and part-time.
What do they call those? That's what I was looking
I
for.
think they're.
These hourly rates don't impress me. I don't like the
Maintainer
job.
too.
What, maintainer 1, maintainer 2? Yeah. Then there's,
Cemetery worker
and then
one.
first page.
Oh, yeah.
we have a beautification, 2 people that do flowers in town.
Yeah.
The senior citizens that we hire for 19 hours a year. Victor Fontana, great job, and Mike, what's Mike's last name?
Mike Pecora.
Bafora. Guys that really care about the flowers in this community and do a wonderful job for us. Along with the volunteers, there are volunteers, but they suffer.
Well, that should wrap it up for the.
Need a
Yeah,
We need a motion?
Hey,
sure.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the state minimum wage effective January 1, 2024. To increase the minimum wage to $15.69 per hour, which equates to a 4.6 increase across all the salary categories in our department.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Ed, all in favor? Opposed? Lines, motion passed.
Great, thank you, guys.
No, I guess we're going to go on to reports. Installation and scoreboard equipment, we talked about that.
Yep. You're all set. That's for Cumberland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And then the life extravaganza.
Yeah, we have a report, I think that Melissa might have sent out to you.
Yeah, it's
Want to thank all the board members, everybody that volunteered and helped us. The money was absolutely fabulous this year due to a couple things. One, we had some great sponsorships. Two, we made a big giant emphasis on arts and crafts booths. We had over 100. And the other third thing was the food trucks were outrageously great. We had triple the numbers. And Nancy Glynn is here. She's responsible for the food truck aspect of it. She gets to taste each donut and each, no. She was the wine slushy, no. But nonetheless, she did head up the food booths and we hit it big. And I think last year we made around 52,000. This year we made 91,000. Wow. Giant increase.
So these figures here, Bill, are the gross figures, the 123, not the net figures?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Bill.
Still good numbers. Yeah. And a carnival guy, we had trouble a little bit last year, but this year I thought he
Yeah,
performed
he was fine.
really well.
No, one of the best things?
What?
The damn ATM was not involved in anything we had to do with, because we're now finally able to do the credit card.
You're right. Yeah. And that was a lot to do with Tim and giving us that connection with Frontier.
Thanks, Tim.
And the other thing I wanted to tell you, Don, is I keep forgetting to tell you, we found a mechanism that is magnetic that goes on the window, both sides of the window. And you wear a headphone and a microphone, and you can talk to the people and they can hear you.
That's the hardest.
That would
thing.
be helpful.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Can't hear nothing.
And we found a mechanism that I didn't have the money for. It was $2,000 a piece, but this one supposedly is supposed to be around $600. So CMI Sound is supposed to bring it in here, and we're gonna try it on the window out here and see if it works.
So
Great.
how many would you get for this?
Probably
One,
three.
2, 3, well, there's really 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6 windows, right? Well, one is blocked off by the
Yeah.
POS station,
5.
so you need, well, definitely 1, 2,
3, 4.
4.
I'm gonna see it, depending on if we can use it here for other purposes, we might buy it. If not, I'll get Scott to maybe split the cost with me.
Mhm.
Oh, well, 4 is a good one. Remember that, Sam, 4.
Next item is pavilion rental,
Sorry, what?
pavilion rentals.
Oh, just to, give you some stats on that. There was 128 rentals at the 3 pavilions at Churchill this year. And
It's like 17.
it's $17,000 in revenue. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We have about 17 to 20,000 people rent those use the pavilions in our summer. That's amazing, really, if you think about it. And people love it. It's absolutely great. We had Peter Lavery's motorcycle run this Sunday, and they rented all 3 pavilions. Now, granted, it was for free, but there were hundreds and hundreds, maybe 1,000, who knows how many people were there. But there's a lot of people. So all is good we're providing services in a lot of areas for this town that you guys should be aware of. It's amazing to, anytime you put 17 or 20,000 people through a park, just for picnics is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And our park guys do a great job every morning, Saturday and Sunday mornings, 5 o'clock in the morning, they're there blowing off the thing, cleaning the grills, we're getting the picnic tables cleaned up, opening the bathrooms, cleaning the bathrooms. All that is, nobody sees that, you know what I mean? It's good stuff. And kudos to our parks guys, because they do a wonderful job.
How did that upper road hold up during the monsoon rains?
Didn't hear any complaints.
Any complaints?
No, so I'm guessing okay.
There was a lot of water the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had vandalism Saturday night. The whole Rotary Pavilion was filled with broken glass and garbage. Yeah, just terrible, but our guys, spent the time and cleaned it up. We don't allow glass as our rules. We called the people that used it that day, but they swear that when they left, it was in
Oh, yeah.
mint condition.
Did they, was there an owl there now or something?
A bear,
A bear?
yeah, a wooden bear.
They didn't, but no one.
Not yet,
touched that, no.
not yet. The butterfly that Don's place donated got smashed, so we went now with a wooden bear. Steve Tofel found it, someplace, a company in Litchfield or someplace far away.
Was that the owl? That was the
Oh, I
owl.
think it is the owls.
It's an owl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because there's a little owlet.
You're right, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. My-
I got confused myself.
Yeah, it was an owl. Who?
I got him confused.
Who? Yeah,
Oh,
an owl or a bear, yeah, whatever. Okay. All right, so that's it.
Okay, next one is, Underwood Park.
In the park,
Basketball
just
court.
Clay and I were out there this afternoon, and it is beautiful. We redid the basketball court with Cedar Ridge Construction. And it came out great. We're gonna wait 21 days for the oil to come out of the asphalt, and we'll have probably Hinding tennis color coded 5 different colors in Newington High School colors, blue and gold, and it will look nice. That's the next playground that we plan on putting a new playground in, handicap accessible. Just another shout out to Cedar Ridge Construction. This is Mark Swaytowick Jr. Unbelievable guy. The path is 9 feet wide and over 360 feet into the park. And he threw that in for free. So, you know, you can't say enough good about this guy. He's a young man. His kids are in our preschool program and he just loves Parks and Rec and willing to do almost anything for us. So it was a good thing.
Next one is Eagle Park authorization.
Eagle Park, just, no good deed goes unpunished. You make a pickleball court and we have trouble because there's poison ivy in the woods. We spray for poison ivy, then the ball's going into the woods, they're losing their balls, so we put up a fence. So now we got that taken care of, and then everyone's using it. Now it's overused and cars are parking on the park. So we got 4 signs that say unauthorized vehicles or authorized vehicles only. We've got 4 of them at each entrance of Eagle Park. So now if we see cars parked there, we can call the police and they can do something about it. So the good news is people are using that pickleball court on a constant everyday basis. So really exciting.
Okay, and next is Churchill Park vandalism.
Yeah, a couple weekends ago, just so you know, a SUV went around in circles of the stone back parking lot of Mill Pond, of Churchill Pond.
Yeah.
And the back of their car hit the pole, the telephone pole, took it down, and the lights came down, the wires came down, was thousands of dollars worth of damage. The telephone pole alone was $1,800. We're working with our insurance company. We have a $10,000 deductible, but there is a fund, and I'm working with Lauren Rhines to try to get that paid for. But we had Tim from facilities, our electrician, redoing stuff and wires and lights, but we're back running again. But people have no idea what we fight every weekend. We're fighting vandalism, and it's just
Okay, no one knows who did it.
no one knows.
Yeah.
And I put out on Facebook through the police department, here's the color car, because they left their bumper and a piece of paneling of their car, the back paneling. But nobody turned them in. You would think if you saw a smashed car in a driveway, you'd call the police, but it didn't. So far to date, nothing.
Maybe went on the public market after that.
For a sandwich.
Well, they did a good job on that.
Public market?
Was that?
You know, the building next to.
Yeah,
public
next to
market?
it.
Yeah. Drove right through, wiped
Yeah.
out.
Electrical, everything was
Yeah.
wiped out.
Yeah, the beauty
Oh, yeah.
or whatever.
Mojos or something.
Really?
They basically have to redo the whole downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And they've
Because
just like redone that.
Yeah,
too.
he came out of Maple Hill and.
It was straight across, right?
right across.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did
No,
little
we
to the
heard-
left.
driving a Mercedes, I guess. is what it shows.
Yeah, anything involved, like, no.
No, he just lost control. Like, I think he just was showing off maybe and.
Wow.
Boy, he took out the electrical panel,
Everything.
That's, holy
There's,
cow.
there's a tenant
I was
upstairs.
down there
I guess, they have to move
yesterday.
out. There's no
They're still
power.
not finished, they haven't got the electrical
Yeah.
back yet.
And that was, does Joe own that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
He owns that building?
yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, things happen, yeah.
I think he started there.
no, that was a Maytag repairman. That was, what was that guy's name?
Oh,
Stoddard.
Stoddard, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
See, when you're old, you can remember a lot of it.
Yeah. The name's a little fuzzy,
Yeah.
but Okay, the next thing is the AARP.
ARP. Oh, we resubmitted a grant for pickleball for free, to make it free for seniors, or no, not
Older
seniors,
adults.
older adults. I was corrected.
Older
Adults, they're not seniors anymore. They're older adults to play pickleball in our gymnasium, set up the 8 things, socialize, have coffee in Danish and stuff, and have instruction, and then have tournaments and playing. And we asked for $5,000. We applied last year and didn't get it. And we're hoping, Melissa and I are hoping this year we get it. So, let's see. And nothing ventured, nothing gained.
What's the cutoff, or what's the start date for being in older?
That's when they start getting the paperwork.
I think it's 50 years old, I think. Is, yeah. Hey, you're past 50?
He's just passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're bad. Okay, the next one is the One Fall Water Lantern Festival.
Oh, Water Lantern Festival was,
Literally.
it was filled with water. Yes. It was pouring more than you could imagine, and lightning was hitting everywhere. And we had like 3,000 to 6,000 people here. And we had 6 shuttle buses going from the high school, dropping people off. It was, people were in there, they took their shoes off, they were barefoot, walking all around the park. And there wasn't one bit of trouble. It was unbelievable. Our volunteers were soaking wet, and it was, I don't know, I just could not get over how they kept going. And they ended early at 7:45, but not bad. And the great news is this is our 3rd year doing it, and they are so happy with us. We got a check from them for $14,500 before it started. And then we got another check of $2.50 a lantern after for $7,100. So we took in over 21 or 22,000. We probably netted 15,000 if all the bills aren't in yet about the busing and all that, but roughly we made 15 to 17,000 profit. And that's not from selling beer, because we only sold 3 beers.
They were sold in also.
Yeah, we're watching the weather. Oh, it'll be 5 o'clock, it'll be over at 6.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, they said it'd be over at 7. 7, it just kept raining
Yeah.
harder and harder.
These people are just going over the water.
Yeah. And not one complaint.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And we thought our office would be inundated with complaints about refunds. We didn't get one call.
No kidding.
Not one
Wow.
call.
Oh, we had people come over to us and the
Yeah.
booth wanted to know where to get a refund.
Yeah.
Like, go away.
So,
We had to sign
They-
a long-term contract with these guys.
well, the guy's leaving. He just told me, he asked if I would write him a recommendation. So I said, don't leave us. Get the new guy that takes your spot. Make sure we got this lined up again, because it's a winner chicken dinner for sure. It's just a great, no trouble, no problems. If the weather was good, we would have killed, we would have made even more than that, which is almost unfathomable. But couldn't say enough good. The DJ was from Minnesota. We had almost over 12 different states recognized that 100 people from Rhode Island bought tickets, California, Texas, Georgia, Florida. It was unbelievable. People were from all over the place. They made it like an economic impact for Newington. So, yeah, great stuff.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, really happy about that. And no one got electrocuted.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Bill was giving all the volunteers in the concession booth a lot of support from inside the concession. stand.
Yeah, Mama raised no fool. It's pouring and it was like hitting everywhere. I didn't think it was a good idea to be out there. Yeah, I was supervising the concession stand from
It
inside.
took my shoes 2 days to dry out. I'm
Yeah.
not even exaggerating.
Yeah,
Look,
crazy.
Next is the Cherish the Children.
Yeah, no, just wanted to let you know, we did that from the Newington Memorial, but they didn't march because the weather was so bad to the cemetery. But again, our hands, kudos to our park guys. They really made it all set up. They spent weeks trying to prepare for it, and then the weather just killed it. But pretty good stuff, and we have a good relationship.
Next item is the concert series.
Yep, concert series is going really well. I stopped in Sunday and saw Blondie and Beyond, and just, hundreds of people are showing up to the municipal parking lot on Sundays from 12 to 3 during the flea market of Kiwanis. So I don't know, I see it now. I wasn't sure about all this, but after a couple of years of COVID and looking at this, we have a pretty constant crowd, and it's really good. So between that and Mill Pond, we have a pretty good music program here.
Well, everybody wants to hear live music too.
Yeah.
You're gonna give a ukulele
Instead of a
performance
DJ.
one of these days?
Well, I just want to let everyone know that I did bring my ukulele, and before the Life Being an Extravaganza, I had Roderick, I think, was taking pictures, and I stood up in front of the microphone and I sent the picture to all my friends saying, "You guys missed my 1 hour concert in front of 30,000 people." My wife goes, "You are out of your mind." I go, "Yeah, pretty much."
Yeah. Well, you work here, you gotta be.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll
Can't
whack
take
out.
yourself too seriously.
Yeah. Next is the lacrosse tournament.
But we have another National Lacrosse Classic showing up on October 15th. Thanks to Sam helped me out with that one. And we've got 4 fields being used, and they're renting it for a very good amount of money. Maybe what, 4,000 or 5,000, Sam?
I don't know offhand,
Yeah.
but
Something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
around
Maybe 8,000.
because it's only one day.
Yeah, but it's great, and we're showcasing Newington, and I think that's the big change is that what we do at Newington is here, we're a global look, we want people to know Newington is here. We want a good economic impact, we want to help the restaurants and the businesses and the gas stations. All this is, if you have that kind of, if you're a leader in this community, like the town council, mayors, town managers, you see this big picture, and it's good for the town because people talk nicely about Newington. They might get an apartment here, they might buy a house here, you never know. So
Yeah, they're based out of Colorado, this
Yeah.
group.
Denver, Colorado, really nice people to work with. But again, some of my colleagues, they don't take advantage of these opportunities. And I say, if CRPA tells me that somebody's looking for fields, I'm on it. 'Cause, why not? I mean, it doesn't make any sense not to. A little extra
Well,
work.
you're a go-getter, Bill, so.
Yeah,
Everybody else is probably watching.
that's right.
What the hell is Billy doing?
Yeah, what is he doing anyways? Yeah.
Night of Lights is next.
Night of Lights is coming. We changed it from just last year. We went to Friday, December 1st. I want to make sure everyone knows it's Friday, December 1st at 6 o'clock. It's singing, it's fun. Emmanuel Christian Academy called us. They want their bell choir to participate. Sam and we're up to $5,000 in sponsorships. Tropical Smoothie called us today and said they want to sponsor 3 things, not one. The hay rides, the train rides, and the monster mural for $2,100. So we signed a deal going today. We've got Advanced Plumbing is sponsoring
Inflatable clown toss.
the inflatable clown toss. So Mike Mancini, good old friend of ours from Lamplighter Lane. We love them, love him. Thank you. And also
Flash lady.
Flash Lady, unbelievable.
S'mores.
She's doing s'mores, free s'mores for the kids. S'mores are the chocolate graham crackers and marshmallows. We cook them right on Main Street.
In
Rocket Chicken is gonna do the chicken flinger.
sports construction.
Oh, yeah, and the scoreboard guy is gonna donate, what, he's doing Big Daddy's Racing?
Which is, I think, $1,200.
$1,200.
Yeah, 1,200.
So, it's great. I mean, businesses are coming forward, people like it, what's going on. It's not costing the taxpayers a penny. Puts
You
us
got a
up.
financial dynasty here.
Yeah, we got it going. Yeah, going. It's, and you know what it is other businesses are seeing the value of advertising with us, right? That's the value. So when they do Facebook Lives and stuff like that, they're all about it. So we're,
Well, you're bringing people in,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
The businesses should flourish from that.
Church of Christ is gonna get involved again. They're doing the live nativity scene. They're gonna have free hot chocolate for everyone and let people warm up or go to the bathroom at the basement church hall. So good cooperation with everybody.
And the last item is Facebook Live.
Oh, okay, so Sam's got the Facebook Live about chicken flinger. Just to give you an idea, chicken flinger is the craziest idea ever. If you stamp on it with your foot, a rubber chicken flies in the air and goes into the chef's hole where he's holding a pot. If they get it in there, they win a gift certificate. So I was on vacation, we wrote this thing up. Sam said, "You want me to send it out to the sponsors?" I go, "Yes." Hit social media. He calls me back in 7 minutes and he goes, "Bill, we have a sponsor, 7 minutes." So Rocking Chicken is on West Hill Avenue.
West Hill.
West Hill
Yeah.
Street, whatever avenue, whatever it is. And they just moved in. The lady's giving us $500 in cash and $200 and $20 gift certificates. And the first 10 people that get the chicken in at the Night of Lights wins $20 gift certificate. They came here, we did a Facebook Live. You'll see in the video, the husband goes, "I'm not gonna be on that video, let my wife do it." So we did it, and at the end, we had him stamp on it, and he goes, "I've never done this before, let me try it." And he shoots the darn chicken in the air, and it goes right in the first time. So it was incredible, so you'll see it, so here we go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bill DeMayo, and I'm with the Newington Parks and Recreation Department. We're here at the Mortensen Community Center, and I got this chicken with me. Oh, my gosh. We're going to tell you about the chicken very shortly, but I got two special events I want to tell you about. This Saturday, one coming up and one in the future. One coming up this Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. at Mill Pond Park is the Water Lantern Festival. Our third year in a row. We're expecting thousands of people. We hope that you come on down to Mill Pond. We've got Happy Harry's Wine and Liquor. We've got train rides. We've got DJs, music. But you can put a little water lantern and decorate it for an anniversary, a birthday party, someone that you have loved and is maybe deceased, or someone that just got married. Whatever celebration, you can decorate the water lantern. We're going to put 3,000 or 4,000 of them in the pond and let them float at night at nighttime, complete darkness with all the lights in the pond. It looks spectacular. Definitely don't miss out. If you haven't been here before, come to the Water Lantern this Saturday, Mill Pond Park, 4:30 to 9:30. You're going to love it. And there's shuttle busing from Newington High School over to Mill Pond, so there's plenty of parking. And there's 14 food trucks. We're going to have a lot of fun. But that's our first special event this Saturday, and then we're working on December 1st, Friday night. We're moving the date like we did last year to a Friday for Night of Lights in Main Street. We're going to shut Main Street down and have Night of Lights, and we're going to celebrate the holiday. We're going to have everybody in the entire community come on down and have 5 fire trucks from the fire department bringing Santa in. We've got John Wallace, Martin Kellogg, Newington High School Choir singing, CMI Sound. We've got Flashbulb Lady. We're going to do s'mores. 3,000 s'mores for all the kids. We've got a chef ice sculpturing a 400-pound blocks of ice with a chainsaw to make it into an ornament. We've got First Church of Christ is going to have hot chocolate and warming stations. We've got a live nativity scene. We've got Big Daddy's Racing. Ken Capides from sports company is going to be sponsoring that. Flashbulb does the s'mores, which are really tasty. Tony Palomino's doing the clowns and the magicians. We've got hay rides and train rides. So much going on. You're not going to want to miss out. Friday, December 1st. But I have a good friend, a brand new friend of mine, Kate Colin, who owns Rockin' Chicken on what street is it on in Newington?
At 236 West Hill Road.
236 West Hill Road, right where the old Dunkin' Donuts was, kind of near the bus station area. And she's our brand new sponsor with her husband, Miguel. And they're doing the chicken flinger, the first thing ever. We've just bought it. It came in yesterday. This thing is going to be old-time Parks and Recreation fun. And we sent out a social media request for a business to come forward and sponsor the chicken flinger. Well, Kate called within 7 minutes. Businesses are advertising and coming with us all the time, and we are appreciative of that. But they're sponsoring, not only are they sponsoring the event and making it free for all the kids and parents, and they don't have to take off their shoes or anything because of the cold weather, but they also are giving $10, $20 gift certificates. So if you can put the chicken in the hole, in the pot, then you win a $20 gift certificate at the Rockin' Chicken. Now tell me a little bit about this Peruvian chicken style.
Yes. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to participate in the event. We really appreciate it.
Our pleasure. We love you.
It's a great opportunity to give back to the community and to spread the word about the Rockin' Chicken.
Yep.
We just opened two and a half months ago at 236 West Hill Road. We do Peruvian style rotisserie chicken cooked over charcoal.
So you actually cook over charcoal.
Correct.
That
yes.
chicken that we just had was so tasty, unbelievable. So everybody, go down and try out the Rocket Chicken. We would love, we loved it all here. I'm sure you're going to love it too. So it's all charcoal, and you're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week, 10:30 a.m. until 8 p.m. We do a lot of catering and deliveries through our website, therockinchicken.com.
Oh, nice. So if you're having a party, we can order ahead of time.
Definitely, we're there for that.
Nice. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for you and your husband. You're new in town. We're so thrilled to death that you're sponsoring the chicken flinger, which is perfect for your business. And now I guess what we'll just show you is Miguel's here. He hasn't had any practice or anything, but he's going to try to hit a chicken a couple times into the pot. So I'm going to move back just a little bit. Miguel, you want to give it a shot?
Sure. Let's see if I can get the certificate.
I hope he gets his free food from his wife. Oh! All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a chicken flinger. Come December 1st, 6 o'clock to 8:30 Main Street. We shut the streets down. We turn on the Christmas lights, all the downtown stuff. It's going to be a ton of fun. Thanks for listening. I'm Bill DeMayo from Newington Parks and Recreation. We'll see you Saturday at Water Lantern at Mill Pond Park. Take care. Hello, everybody.
So, it's just a crazy ideas, old-fashioned Parks and Recreation stuff, and people seem to like it.
Killing it.
Any comments from the board at this time? No comments from the board?
Comments?
Okay. Well, at this time, we'll pay the motion.
There's one person online. I don't see any hand raised or anything. Participant.
Can you talk to them or no?
They could raise their hand, correct?
Yeah.
If they want to participate, but I'm not seeing any hands raised.
Last chance for, if you're in the public.
Last chance, we have a couple.
Did I hit allow to talk? I don't see hand raised.
Okay.
So, important note, Mr. Chairman, that Ed is going to be in Africa for October's meeting. So we're going to need, as we're missing 2 people out of the 11. So we need either the 2 brothers, Matt and Anthony Kalowski, or Nicole Payne to either zoom in or come.
To be truthful with you, Bill, I'm sick and tired of asking.
Yeah.
Come on. This is a very important board, and all the screaming and everything just doesn't get anywhere.
The attendance isn't being monitored or,
It is being monitored.
well, I know by us, by the people that have.
Well, no, we send it into,
I send it to me, and I'll pass it on there.
and I think the town clerk, right?
And the attendance is terrible.
Yeah,
Well,
I can understand not wanting to volunteer, but to come to the meeting, why are you on the board?
Why be on the board?
Absolutely right.
We should have a recourse to put somebody on that's gonna come to the meeting at least.
And
Well, you do, but it's a political recourse.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
It's up to the chairman of the town committees to suggest or insist that a member, due to lack of attendance, resign from his position. But other than that, Tim, can the council make someone resign? Has to be, the individual has to resign and send a notice to the council. The council can't request it.
it's very difficult.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Then you have to find somebody to replace them too.
Right.
Yeah, it's not, there's not a lot of volunteers out there anymore.
Mhm.
So we have to be careful.
Yeah, but this board is different than what other boards in town.
Well, especially now.
We have stuff to do
Yeah, and
here.
you can do it on Zoom. You don't even have to come anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if they got on the phone and zoomed in and it did something else at home while they were working, you know what I mean, or something, it would be okay. But
Here, they just zoomed in and say, for roll call.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
See you later,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, if they have to work on their computer for work, they could have the phone right by their side. But anyway, we'll try to make, I guess what I'm saying is anticipate maybe not having a quorum but Melissa and I and Sam will call everybody again to remind them and make sure, see if they can come. I don't want to waste anybody's time driving here if we're not gonna have a quorum. So we'll do our best.
Well, I'm really upset on the people we lost. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, what did you lose, 4 or 5?
Well,
Tom Gill.
Tommy, Sean.
De Silva.
Right. That's 2, and then
I don't know, Nicole Bain.
the other 3 or 4,
Never heard of one.
they don't
Never
come.
come, so,
No, the election's coming up, so there'll be new,
Yeah,
is there terms that are open? other
your
than-
term, well, I think all the Ds, all the Ds are gonna roll over to the next. It's the Republicans that they're
Oh,
all,
boy.
they're
So
term
mine's-
coming.
mine-
Oh, boy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, cause I got put on as a
No, you
Republican.
didn't.
Yeah.
Because Tim,
They
they screwed mine up.
screwed up things.
So they
he
put
took
Tim
a
in my
Republican.
place, and they took somebody else's place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim who? Which Tim? So Tim is a D or an R?
he's a D, but
We
he's,
don't go by
John
that.
is an R.
no,
Well, I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm an I.
Yeah.
Getting bigger too.
So you got put on this by the R's?
yeah, because they screwed it up.
Well, that's good in a way because Billy does come.
Yeah, but his term is up in,
Right.
Oh, so they may not put him
They might
back.
wanna put me on, replace me with somebody that's more
I doubt
apt
it.
to not come.
If I can't get a couple now,
Yeah.
are you worried?
Yeah.
No,
but yeah, they'd have to appoint him because we won't have any more seats.
Right.
Well, no offense to him, but there's always a shot that you might have majority. You never know, right? I mean,
What do you
strange thing. Well, Democrats take majority on the council, then the
Yeah.
whole dynamics change.
Right.
What does it go? Then it goes to.
So, well, currently it's 7-4, right? Let's see, 1, 2,
I think so.
yeah, 7-4.
4.
It used to be 6-5.
But it depends on how big the majority is.
Yeah. Oh, a super majority pops up to
Yeah,
7.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because for years it was always 6-5.
I see.
So,
Isn't there new rules because we're charter change and all that?
no, this stayed the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we couldn't meet,
we're not a commission anymore, right, technically?
No,
We
I-
are?
no, everything's the same.
Oh, what was changed then? Wasn't something changed?
Well, we tried to cut it back, right?
Yeah.
7, was it?
We could
We're
shorten
still,
it.
we're still in the charter, but it can be changed.
The membership can be changed.
The membership can be changed
That's what it was.
Right.
By ordinance, not by
by,
the charter.
right, that's the only change.
Gotcha.
is there any stipulation where we could meet just to conduct business, but there's a limit. No,
Can't vote.
can't even
Can't vote. You can meet, it's just you can't vote.
Can't vote.
I thought there was a monetary
Pointless.
thing.
It's pointless.
And I'm not even totally sure, there's a discrepancy between the town attorney and the town clerk
About meeting.
about meetings. One of them says you can't meet at all, and one says you can meet, just can't vote. And I don't know what the.
That used to be the procedure. We could meet, but you can't take any action.
Yeah,
Can't do any action, right?
So I'm not sure what the point would be, but
yeah.
You could just say
You could do that
reports,
through
just say
email.
reports and. Yeah.
you can talk about whatever you want. You just can't
Yeah,
vote.
vote on it.
So you'll be okay for the.
So
I
you're-
don't-
We never votes
Yeah,
in-
James said we can't meet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, James said we can't meet, but the town attorney said we can, so I don't,
Can we get that cleared up?
I don't know how do you do it? Who trumps who, you know?
That's the new town
I would say the
manager.
town attorney.
The town attorney trumps the town clerk.
He's
The
giving,
town clerk does all the
Is there
voting.
anything we should
I would say
do
the attorney.
anticipation of not having a quorum for October, November? We've done it all.
Well, will you be back in
I'll
for
be back in
November?
November.
Yeah,
So
November.
November.
Be back in November.
What happened for you?
Oh, City Getty. Nice.
Hey, Bill, I'll try again, but
they're gonna be in.
it's like talking to the wall,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'm kind of getting
Yeah.
pissed, you know.
Only 44 pounds, that's all I want, it's late.
No, it's not anything that we've done wrong or anything. I mean, we're not to blame.
You gotta remember, they spiked my wrist.
No, it's been from the beginning.
Yeah, that's,
It's all commissions and boards.
Yeah.
I don't know of any.
are we still recording?
Let's
Let's adjourn before we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Okay, go with that.
So I'm gonna be honest and